Elevated friends. It's Tammy Mastroberte, founder of Elevated Existence. And today I am talking to you about coping with disappointment. When things don't go the way that we want them to go, when things don't happen as quickly as we want them to happen, when we thought we wanted something and we were going to get something and it doesn't happen, when one of our friends disappoints us where they don't act the way, or our spouse or our significant other, they don't act or do what we think they should say or do, and we're disappointed. How do we deal with that? How do we get ourselves out of that, especially when we really feel so attached to whatever it is that we thought should have happened, right? Something that happens to all of us. So I want to share with you 4 things to remember the next time you feel disappointed by a situation, by a person, whatever. The first thing is when something does not happen fast enough or in the way that you think. What I always remember, and I heard Michael Bernard Beckwith say this a couple of years ago in an event where he was speaking. He said, sometimes it's not a denial, it's a delay by the universe. So it's a delay, not a denial. Remind yourself of that sometimes, because we're so quick to we want change, we want it now, we want this to work out, we want this person to do this, we want to get this job, we want to, make more money. Whatever it is, we start thinking, this is what I want, and it's not happening fast enough. And why am I still in the situation I'm in? And sometimes you have to remember the universe is not denying you. You just may be delayed from what you think is supposed to happen. So remind yourself, you know what? Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that I'm not going somewhere. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be a solution. Sometimes it's a delay and not a denial. So that's something to remind yourself of. The second thing to remind yourself of is you may have heard the saying, rejection is God's protection. You can use the word spirit, universe, whatever you want in there. And again, oftentimes we just feel like we want something, right? We think this is what is good for us. We think this is what we deserve. This is what should be happening in our lives. And we get attached to that. And then it doesn't happen. And we think, why? Why is this not happening? Sometimes rejection is God or spirit's protection, because that's not where you're supposed to go. That's not the best thing for you. The universe knows so much more than we can even fathom to begin to understand. And so when something doesn't happen, you are being protected. When the relationship doesn't go the way that it should be, you are being protected. When the job doesn't come through the way that you want it to be, you are being protected. When a friendship goes awry and you don't understand what happened, you are being protected. So remember, when things don't work out the exact way that I want them to work out, maybe I'm being protected from something. Rejection is often God or spirit's protection. So remind yourself of that as well, and try and surrender and learn to trust that the universe always has your back, and the universe is always working for your highest good. So if you're not achieving something or getting something that you want, you may be in the protection realm, and you're being protected from that. The third thing I want you to remember is try and think back. I always say go back to the past. So when in my life did something disappoint me? When in my life did it not work out the way that I thought it should work out, right? And I was disappointed, or it turned out that, a certain situation was just not exactly how I wanted it to be, or a person disappointed me, or whatever it is. When's the last time I felt like I really wanted something and it didn't work out for me? And then what happened after that? Was it okay? Was I okay? Did I then go somewhere else that was way better than the thing that I thought, right? Think back on some relationships that you had in the past. They can be friendships, they can be romantic relationships. I think we can all think back on some of those relationships and think to ourselves, oh my gosh, I thought I wanted this. What was I thinking? I was young. I had no idea what I was thinking. Thank God that didn't work out, right? Thank you for pushing me out of that situation. Thank you for that not working out, because now I'm in such a better place. I'm with a better person. I have a better job. Whatever it is. We've all been disappointed, but we forget to remember that often those disappointments lead to something better. They lead to something, they open up a different door, you know? It's completely, sometimes we don't expect it at all, and then we forget to think like, oh my gosh, I wanted that. And then I got this. Like, thank you, universe, right? Remember that when you in the middle of a disappointment, think back to that and say, you know what? That's all right, because this has happened to me before and it always leads me to something better. So I'm looking forward to something better. The last thing that I want you to remember when you are kind of in the midst of a disappointment is to really try and look for the good. Try and look for the good around you, because what you focus on grows. If you look for the good in, it doesn't even have to be in the situation that you're disappointed in. It could be completely unrelated, but something good happening in your life right now. Focus on that. Again, what you focus on grows. So look for the good instead of looking at what is missing. You don't want more of what is missing. You don't want more disappointment. You want to look for the good. You want to look for what is going good in my life right now. No matter what disappointment is happening, the universe is always working for you. It's always working for your highest good. So look for the good around you and shift your vibration. Hopefully that is helpful to you. There are 4 things that I always try to remember when something doesn't go my way, and it lifts me up, it makes me feel better, and if you can shift that vibration, solutions will start coming into you. So I wish you a beautiful week. I will see you next time, and until then, keep elevating yourself.